Today, we're talking about one of the strangest creatures in the ocean, the mola mola, also known as the ocean sunfish. This is an animal that literally doesn't react, even when half its body gets eaten. In 2015, a photographer captured an unforgettable scene, what looked like a sea lion munching on a giant pancake. That pancake was actually a sunfish, getting chewed up and torn apart without making any effort to escape or fight back. It just floated there, waiting for the inevitable. But why? First, let's talk about what a sunfish looks like. These things are massive. A full-grown sunfish can reach up to 3 meters in length and weigh over 2,500 kilograms, about the size of a small car. Their shape is bizarre too. From the side, they look like an oval dinner plate, and they don't even have a tail. It's like someone chopped off the back half of a normal fish. And their mouths? Always slightly open, giving them a permanently confused expression. They often float on their sides at the surface, which is actually how they got their name. They do this to soak up the sun and warm themselves after hunting in cold waters. Plus, seabirds help clean off their parasites while they sunbathe. Some marine biologists even joke that the sunfish looks like a plate that God accidentally dropped into the ocean. So why don't sunfish fight back when attacked? 3 main reasons. First, they're terrible swimmers. Sunfish have been called the shame of all fish because they swim at an embarrassing 0.5 meters per second. That's slower than a human. Their bodies just aren't built for speed. No tail, no swim bladder, just a pair of clumsy fins to wobble around with. This makes them easy targets. Sea lions and seals can bully them all they want, and the sunfish simply can't escape. Even in aquariums, sunfish often struggle to get enough food because they're too slow to compete with other fish. In the wild, they mainly eat slow-moving jellyfish and consume them in huge amounts, making them one of jellyfish's biggest predators. Second, they have zero combat skills. Despite their giant size, sunfish are completely harmless. Their diet consists mainly of soft-bodied creatures like jellyfish. They don't have sharp teeth or a strong bite, just a tiny mouth that doesn't even close properly. Their teeth are fused into a beak-like structure deep in their throat, meaning they can't even take a bite out of an enemy. Unlike other big fish, they can't whip their tails to attack because, well, they don't have one. Their biggest predators, sharks and orcas, are absolute killing machines, and the poor sunfish has no way to fight back. It's not that they want to be eaten, they just don't have the speed or strength to stop it. Third, they're not very bright and don't feel much pain. Sunfish have tiny brains compared to their body size, making them pretty slow thinkers. If a predator attacks, they often don't even realize what's happening. Even worse, their skin is covered in a thick, jelly-like layer up to 7 centimeters thick with almost no nerve endings. This means that even if something is biting them, they probably don't feel it. That's why you'll see sea lions chewing on sunfish heads while the sunfish just floats there. So with all these weaknesses, how have sunfish survived? First, their sheer size helps. Sunfish are the largest bony fish in the ocean. Some can weigh up to 4,000 kilograms. That's too big for most predators to bother with. The ones that do get eaten are usually the smaller, younger ones. But sunfish grow incredibly fast. A baby sunfish starts off at just 2.5 millimeters and weighs about 1 gram, smaller than a tadpole. But in just 2 years, they can gain over 360 kilograms. One aquarium even had to release a sunfish back into the wild because they couldn't afford to feed it anymore. Second, their skin is ridiculously tough. Their belly skin can be up to 7.3 centimeters thick and packed with collagen, making it hard for most predators to bite through. Scientists even tested a young sunfish that was just 1.2 meters long, and its skin was already 3.8 centimeters thick. Imagine trying to chew through that. Third, they taste terrible. Even top predators like sharks and orcas don't usually eat them unless they're desperate. Their flesh is low in nutrition and mostly gelatinous, so after struggling to get through the thick skin, there's not much reward inside. Some orcas even seem to bite sunfish just for fun, then watch as they sink back into the depths. Fourth, they have insane reproductive power. A single female sunfish can lay up to 300 million eggs at once, more than any other large fish in the ocean. Sure, most of these eggs get eaten, but even if just 1 in a million survives, that's still 300 new sunfish. Lastly, they can deep dive to escape predators. While they're slow swimmers, they're excellent divers. Sunfish can plunge to depths of 1,000 meters to hunt for soft-bodied creatures and avoid predators that can't handle high-pressure environments. Many big predators like sea lions can't dive that deep, so the sunfish stays safe in the depths. But despite all this, sunfish face a serious threat: humans. They often get hit by boat propellers and rudders while floating near the surface. They also mistake plastic bags for jellyfish and choke on them, leading to starvation. Because of these threats, the International Union for Conservation of Nature has listed the ocean sunfish as a vulnerable species. They need our help to survive.